Hey, what's up everybody? I just wanted to do a video on natural hair in the workplace. Recently, I got a new job, and I kind of wanted to talk about that experience, the experience of having natural hair and going on a job interview. I know that that's kind of a debate as to whether or not natural hair is professional. And it's an ongoing debate. Some people will absolutely never think that natural hair, whether it's, out or in braids or whether it's locked, a lot of people just don't think natural hair belongs in the workplace, which is really unfortunate. When I first got, and let me just back up and say that I went on 3 interviews before I got this position. So when I got the call that I was getting an interview, of course, like anybody else, any other female, you think about what you're going to wear. And, of course, what are you going to do to your hair? And, I mean, we think about that whether we have natural hair or not. I thought about that when I had relaxed hair. How was I going to wear my hair to the job interview? So, of course, the fact that I was natural did come into my mind as in, how are these people going to perceive me? What are they going to think about me? And I will admit that I worried that my natural hair would be a deterrent for these people hiring me. Just to give you some background, I live in a very conservative state, North Carolina, which was a red state, but now it's a blue state. And so I work for a very conservative, or this position was with a very conservative agency, and I knew that I was going to be interviewed by very conservative people. And so, of course, it crossed my mind, what am I going to do with my hair? How are they going to perceive me with my hair? Will my hair, will they take one look at me when I walk through the door and be like, no? Okay, and so the days leading up to the interview, I got my suit ready, I got my little accessories ready or whatever. But then when it came time to my hair, I refused to straighten it or flat iron it or do anything to it to alter its state. I felt like, well, hey, this is me. They need to see the real up front. They need to know who they're hiring for real. And if my hair takes away from my credentials, then that's their loss. And so that's the attitude that I pretty much had. I was not going to flat iron my hair. In fact, the idea of flat ironing my hair right now, I don't know, some days I'm thinking, oh, I should flat iron my hair and see how it looks. But really and truly, I'm not ready to put any heat or anything like that on my hair. And so I went to my interview, of course, from the neck down, very conservative suit. Well, you know what? Let me take that back. I don't really own conservative suits. I own female suits that are really cut to the female body. And my shoes, But from the neck up, it was just totally, hey, I'm here, this is me. And I mean, I didn't have a big puff or anything. I did have it pulled back in a headband, and I made sure that my hair was really curly. But, it worked out. I went on 3 interviews, like I said, and they offered me the position less than 2 weeks ago, and I've already started. Well, less than 3 weeks ago, and I've already started. So I'm just telling you all of this to say that your natural hair is what you want it to be. If you want to be perceived as professional, you will be perceived as professional. If you want to be sexy with your natural hair, you are going to be sexy. If you want to be conservative with your natural hair, you can be conservative. If you want to be straight out there with your natural hair, in other words, it's up to you. We define ourselves, including our hair. If we let our hair define us, then we're going to be in a terrible state. If all blonde women let the fact that they were blonde dictate their intelligence, because blonde women are supposed to not be intelligent, then that's a sad situation. We cannot let our hair, no matter what race we are, male or female, black or white, we cannot let our hair dictate who we are. If you are a professional person, be professional. And that will show in your job interviews, and it will show at work. And so I've had a excellent last couple of weeks with my new coworkers and my new supervisor. And even though in the back of their little minds, they may be looking at my hair like, oh my gosh, but it's not about what people think, because we cannot control what people think. It's about how people treat you. So regardless of what they think, whether they like your hair, don't like it, agree with it, disagree with it, think it's crazy, whatever, it's how people treat you. And so my new coworkers have been treating me very, very, very well. And in the beginning, I felt like maybe I caught a couple of people, like, looking at my hair. But a lot of that could be subconscious. It could be on me and not necessarily on them, because I've gone into this situation and I've shown them this is the reason I've been hired. And I've already proven that to them. And so nowadays, employers want to see results. It's not necessarily about fashion anymore, or how people dress, or how people, wear their hair, or it's more so about results. What can you bring to the table? How can you earn your salary, in other words? And so I just had a great week in my new position. I feel comfortable with my hair, and as it grows bigger and bigger, I'm not really even trying to shrink it down. I'm not trying to really pull it back. Today it's kind of in an afro, and I've got it pinned up in the back. But yeah, so I'm just want to do a video letting you know, if you are seeking a job, or if you have a job interview, of course it's up to you, but if you're natural, be natural. Let your new employer see who they're hiring, because I think it's unfortunate for you to present yourself one way, and then when you get there, you let loose. I mean, I hear that all the time. Oh, I'm going to do this for the job interview, but when I get in there, it's a different story. Of course, I know we need to sell ourselves. We need to present ourselves professionally. We need to show people that we can blend in any environment. But I also think that as natural women, it's important that we show people our true selves. Of course, if you want to flat iron your hair, go right ahead. But for those women who don't want to flat iron their hair for a job interview, I say more power to you. That's my motto. I was not going to flat iron my hair just for an interview. I'm not saying I will never do that, but I'm not going to do it just for an interview. And as a side note, even at the church that I attend, I've been asked to do a presentation, and so I think people embrace natural hair more than we give them credit for. I think that they accept it as long as we accept it. If we accept ourselves, and if we hold ourselves with dignity and with grace and with character in whatever setting, if we accept and if we exude that self-esteem, then they have no choice but to accept our hair as well. So we dictate whether people accept our hair or not, whether it's our friends, our coworkers, our boss, the men in our lives, or even strangers. If we walk around proud, and if we are showing that we love our hair, they're going to accept it, period. End of discussion. And so for all of you job hunters out there, I say go for it. With your natural hair. For anybody, going on an interview, okay, you can tone it down a little bit, maybe, maybe push it back or whatever, but I wish you luck with your job. I'm happy that I got this job. I've been seeking a new job for a long time, and it worked out fine. So I hope everything works well. Peace, and have a blessed day.